Hello everyone. Continuing our educational series on quality control in precast concrete products, I would like to introduce the manufacturing process of the various components that make up a precast lift shaft. In this video, I am to provide a general overview of the different elements that form a lift shaft. In future videos, I will discuss each component in greater detail and explain the specific quality control requirements associated with their production. Based on the general arrangement drawings of a lift shaft project that we have manufactured, a typical precast lift shaft consists of the following components. By the word following components, I mean the components which are seen on this slide. It consists of a lift cap, body segments of the lift shaft, and lift pit. For the lift pit, there are two methods of manufacturing it. One of them, which I do call it segmented construction method, we are pouring a lift pit in two phases. The first phase, we are pouring the lift base, and then we are the same as the lift cap, and then we are pouring the walls of the lift pit as an intermediate segments of the lift shaft. And the other one, which I do believe that it is much more technical and it is much more reliable, it is called, I do call it, inverted mold method. Yes, on this slide, I have tried to show a general arrangement of the lift shaft on different levels and also a 3D of each of the components. As we discussed earlier, lift cap, lift pit, pit base, and mid segments. It should be noted that the exact design may vary depending on the preferences and requirements of the structural designer. The lift pit is generally a rectangular box-shaped structure with an open top. It is commonly produced using one of the two methods as I discussed earlier. The first method, which I called it inverted mold method. In this method, the timber mold is designed, of course, when we say timber mold, it can be a metal mold, of course, based on the way that the companies are compatible with, is designed so that the face which remains open in the finished product is cast against the casting bed. In effect, the lift pit is manufactured upside down as an inverted box structure. And the second method, segmented construction method, this is the method we use in our factory. The pit is produced in two separate components. One, the pit base slab, and two, the pit wall section. These two elements are then connecting using a carefully designed tongue and groove arrangement and also connection rebars, achieving the required dimensional tolerances and ensuring a precise fit between the two components can be particularly challenging, especially for larger units. It is also worth noting that the lift pit is normally designed approximately 100 mm larger on each side than the lift shaft section above it. This dimensional allowance facilitates the installation and positioning of the upper shaft segment during erection on site. The intermediate sections of the lift shaft are essentially hollow rectangular units that are open at both at the top and the bottom. In most projects, all intermediate sections share the same overall dimensions. As a result, once the internal core and mold system have been set up, they can generally be used throughout the entire production run. However, each intermediate section may contain openings of various sizes and positions of lift doors, access points, or other service requirements. These openings must be carefully considered during mold preparation and concrete casting. Additionally, ducts or sleeves of varying diameters are often incorporated to accommodate electrical services and lift installations. These components must be accurately positioned and securely fixed before casting. The lift cap is installed at the top of the lift shaft and functions essentially as a cover or roof to the structure. Its planned dimensions are typically identical to those of the intermediate shaft sections below, allowing it to integrate seamlessly with the rest of the shaft assembly. All intermediate shaft segments incorporate connection details that allow them to be securely stacked and connected during installation. At the top of each segment, steel hollow sections measuring approximately 100 mm by 60 mm and 525 mm in length are cast into the concrete. These are connected to the segment above through coupler bars. At the bottom of each segment, female couplers are cast into the concrete. During assembly, the coupler bars projecting from the segment below engage with these female couplers, creating a secure and accurately aligned connections between adjacent shaft sections. As always, the last slides are my details. For further questions, don't hesitate to contact me via my contact details. Thank you very much for following my videos. See you soon.